Hello, Monica.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, my power issue వచ్చింది కొంచెం అందుకనే డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయింది. ఓకే?
Okay, sir.
Yes, just wait. అవి నాకు తెలియదు వాళ్ళ దగ్గర. హలో మోనికా, స్క్రీన్ కనిపిస్తుందమ్మా? వెళ్ళిపోయినట్టు. హలో మోనికా, వినిపిస్తుందా?
Yes, sir. వినిపిస్తుంది.
స్క్రీన్ అమ్మా?
Connection error అవుతుంది. నా స్క్రీన్ కనిపిస్తుంది, sir.
Okay. Yeah, for example, see how to select the entire data. There's no friend saying control A. This is the one case. For example, my cursor is outside of the data. In that case, if I press control A, again it will select the data. Yes, it will select the entire sheet, not the entire data. It will select the entire sheet. For example, see that entire sheet it will be selected. If I go it down, it will go the entire sheet. For example, come here again. Okay, my cursor is in the data. If I press control A, it will select the data, right? Again press control A means, sir, anyway already you can press control A. Again if I press one more time control A means it will select same data only, right? Means no, it will select entire sheet notice. Your cursor is in the data. First time you will press control A, only data. So after again press control A means it will select the entire sheet. So other than, so for example, this is the one more short. One more shortcut key is there. The shortcut key is control shift down arrow right. Control shift down arrow right arrow. It will select the entire data. So for example, simple. Your cursor is in the, but your cursor movement is very, very important. When you are applying this control shift down arrow right arrow, your cursor movement is very, very important. For example, your cursor is in the A6 cell. If I press control shift right arrow down arrow means it will ignore the top rows. For example, sir, Y means your cursor. So now again see it once. This is the, your cursor is in the C9 cell, right? Intentionally I'm ignoring this AB column, and at the top up to 1 to 8 rows I'm ignoring. So if you press control shift right arrow down, what will happen? You can see it will select the data, but it will ignore this A and B columns. And if we go with top rows, it will ignore the 1 to 8 rows. Okay, when are using these shortcut keys, please be careful. Okay, For example, you are pressing Control A, your cursor is anywhere, it is not bothered. You can press Control A, it will select the entire data. Whatever the data we have, it will select the data. Okay, and now come here, no problem. For example, if I delete this one, A12, there is no value in the A12 value. For example, now come to down. If I press Control Shift down arrow, see what will happen. It will stuck from the A11 cell. Again, if you press Control Shift down arrow, again it will go to the next one. Again, if you press Control Shift down arrow, it will go to the last. So when you are applying the shortcut keys, Control plus Shift plus right arrow down arrow, please be careful. In case any blank cells is there, it will stop from their blank cell. For example, see in my case also, how to come starting position means Control Home to come the A1 cell. Your cursor is in 111 also, or 100 rows also, 1000 rows also, 10,000 rows also. Once you can press Control Home, you will automatically go to the first cell. For example, see, my cursor is in the, I don't know, H695 cell. My cursor is in the. If I press Control Home button, your cursor automatically jump to the first one. For example, see it here. Go to the last. My cursor is in the I694 cell. Right? You are in the otherwise last one. Here your cursor is there. This is called it as an active cell. For example, this is the cell. Everything should be the cell. So wherever your cursor is there, that is the active cell. Okay. For example, my cursor is here, my cell. If I press Control Home, automatically go to the first one. Okay. So no need to drag or no need to vertical scroll bar or scroll up scroll. Just press Control Home. It will automatically go to the first one. Okay. No. For example, here I'm deleting some data. This is the data I'm deleting. Intentionally, I'm deleting the data. So, for example, so when I quickly Control Shift right arrow down arrow, what will happen? Value should be selected. I mean, data range should be selected. But see the data, it will stop from blank cell. Okay. For example, this is the small data set 700. You are working around 10,000 rows of data set. Maybe 1,000 data set may be blank. You will check manually, go to the 1,000 data set again. No, right? That is impossible. Otherwise, the 2,000 data set should be blank. Again, go to that wherever the cursor is there, and still you are doing. So that's why better to go with Control A. In case in between the blank cells also no problem. It will select the data, whatever the data up to the last, it will select automatically. Select the data. For example, see. So I hope in my case, somewhere we have blank cells, maybe 90 or something, 100. Yes, 35 cell may be blank, but no problem. You can press Control A, it will automatically select the data. So otherwise, Control Shift down arrow means please be good. Have any blank cell is there, it will stop from the blank cell. Control Shift down arrow, right arrow means it will select the data. Otherwise, we have one more shortcut key. You know what is shortcut? Control star. I mean into symbol, hashtag symbol. You will select the enter data. For example, say your cursor is in the J3 column. If I press Control star, it will automatically select the entire data. Okay. So, for example, clear much? Yes. Next, come to the starting. So I want to get it into the segment into the bold letters segment, maybe thicker. So how to do it? You know, right? B to convert it into bold.
Control.
Yes. What is the shortcut key? Very good. Control B to turn on, turn. Right? Again, same thing. I want to cross letter italic segment. So Control I. So I want underline. Control U. Clear this one. For example, I want to double underline. How to get into double underline? Simply go to the option. Can go with the double underline. Okay, this is the one case. So for example, I will remove this one. Control U. Next, Control I. Control B. We have one more shortcut. What is that? First, Control 2. Not in the numpad. in the function keys is there. Right? Below we have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers is there. So don't use this numpad buttons. It will not work. So you have keyboard keys. Control 2 means bold. Control 3 means italic. Control 4 means underline. For example, same thing. Control 4. Control 3 italic. Control 4 underline. For example, okay, clear this one. So these are all the chota shortcut keys. For example, I want to apply the borders for this data. How to apply the borders? Sir, simple. This is the borders. What is the shortcut key? For example, this is the one data set. Just wait. This is the normal data. I want to apply the borders for this data. How to apply the borders for this data? So any simple, sir. Go to here. Simply all borders somewhere. You can apply the borders. Right? Otherwise, you have one shortcut key. What is the shortcut key? Means, for example, if I press Alt button, you know what will happen? You can observe on the project menu screen. If I press Alt button, what will happen? For example, again I press Alt button. Any changes is there in the screen? What is the changes? It will display some. Highlight the shortcut keys. For example, this is called as a tab. This entire area call it as a ribbon. Once the classes will be started, I will explain what is the ribbons, what are the tabs, everything. But for example, this is the home tab. I want to go, for example, borders were in the tab home tab. For example, see, I want to apply the borders for this data. For example, first to go to the home tab. In the home tab, in the borders options, right? So for example, same like that, I want to go with the shortcut keys. First, I want to go to the home tab. What is the shortcut key? First, press Alt button. If I press Alt button, it will highlight what are the shortcut key to that home tab. Again, if I press H, it will go to the home tab. Under the home tab, what are the shortcut keys is there to display? For example, I want to apply the borders. What is the shortcut key? V. Next, it will displaying. I want to apply the all borders. What is the shortcut key? EA. So like this, we can apply the borders. Simple. So once we can press Alt key, it will highlight what are the shortcut key for the each tab. It will highlight. For example, in this case, I want to go to the data tab. So this is the data tab. What is the shortcut key? A. Don't press Alt A B A. Separate. Individually, you can press Alt first. It will highlight the entire shortcut keys. Again, you can press H. It will go to the home tab. Again, if I go to any particular option, again you can press that shortcut key. Same like that. For example, Alt H in separate. Okay. Alt H B. I want to again all borders. For example, this time I want to remove the borders. So now go to the no borders. Yeah. Gone. Clear this. So here also, I mean, in these sessions also, we'll explain how to do by using shortcut keys also. Each option has some shortcut keys is there, right? So we'll explain those shortcut keys. Okay. So next one. For example, this is the data set. In this data set, I want to insert one row or one column. How to insert the row and column? Pivot table, that is a different kind. That is audit purpose or some analytical purpose. That is a pivot table. But in this data, I want to insert one row. For example, in this case, I want to insert row and column. This is the one shot. I mean, this is the normal one, mouse. For example, by throw with the shortcut key, directly. Some features have directly shortcut keys by using control. Some things, I mean, some options are they don't know by using control button. Directly you can go with Alt hit something tab buttons. Now this time I want to insert one column, means you can simply press Control plus. You can insert the column. So for example, I want to insert row. What is the shortcut key? Both the same, Control plus only. I want to remove, Control minus. For example, I want to remove, Control minus. For example, you want to go with Alt type of shortcut key, means first to go press Alt button. Again go to Home tab H. Again go to insert. What is the shortcut key? I. Again insert the column in C. It will be insert. For example, I want to row. For example, select the row first. Once you can select the row, then only it will highlight, get it into that adding or deletion of the row or column. Okay. For example, again Alt H. Now this time insert I. Again I want to insert row, or for example delete that row and column. How to delete a row and column? For example, again same Alt H. Now this time go to the deletion D. Again it is showing a row or simply we can press, instead of doing Alt H D or C means you can simply press Control minus Control plus. We'll go to that. For example, say Control minus simple. First we can select the data. For example, in between the sales and the gross sales, I want to insert the column. Now we can select the gross sales and Control plus. After, no, before. For example, sheet also. For example, this is the sheet. How many sheets is there? 3 sheets. If I insert one more sheet means it will add from the left side onwards only. For example, again means, okay. This is a by default views of some Excel. Okay. Now, where is the data? Yes, this is the data. I want to delete, simply select, but selection is very important. Okay. In case you don't have any selection, means it will not insert. Okay. Clear? So simple this is the. So next, come here. Yes. For example, one data set is there. For example, the data should be, I will create just 1 second. Company. So, okay. This is the Q1 sales. Two. Company. I will explain this function once classes will be started. Okay. Can you imagine this is the one company. Okay. So equal to random. For example, my cursor is here. I want to go to the first. What is shortcut key? Control home. Again, come to down. If I select this both, Control C. For example, I want to copy the same values in the below cell, in the 19 cell. How to come to below? Sir, simple, sir. By using mouse click, simply click it. So means Control down arrow. Control down arrow. Now down arrow. Control B. Again, Control home. For this time, I will go with this one. Control shift down arrow. Control C. Now what I want to go to the next cell. So Control down arrow. Your cursor is in the last column of, last cell of the data. Again, click down arrow. Control V. Again, I want to go to the home. Again, go to this column. Control down arrow. Sorry, Control shift down arrow. Control C. Again, Control. Don't press Control shift down arrow now. You want to select the entire data. Control shift down arrow. For example, if I want to go to the last cell of the data, Control down arrow. So my cursor is in the last cell of the data. Now down arrow. Control V. This is the one data set, right? For example, I want to select this entire data. How to select? Control A. This is the one data set. So, and that too, this is the vertical data set. Some cases you can download any PDF or we can download from the online platform. What will happen? Your data set should be Same thing. It will come into the only one column. Then how to arrange it into proper set of data? Means I want to get it into this proper set of data. Control C. So for example, next, for example, same thing. Go to here. This is the one data set. Up to now, what is the total is there? Control C. Come here. I want to arrange it into this proper set of data. Possible to arrange this proper set of data? So anyway, you are doing this way now. You can do same thing. So we can apply same steps. Again, come to here data set. Control C for the next data set also. Select this one. Control C and come to here. Control Alt V. So transpose. Okay. Again, you can go with the next one. Right? For example, here my data should be small data. You are working 10,000 rows of data. You can still doing same thing. Repeated task. No, right? It will take around 2 hours or 3 hours of time. At some time, you are getting irritation of this data. I mean, this work. So, knowingly or unknowingly, we can miss one data set, this data set. Then, if I remove, if I forget this value means the sales value should be mistake, right? You can imagine this is the sales value, quarter one sales, quarter two sales. If I intentional or unknowingly, we can ignore this one company data set. What will happen? Values are wrong. Total sales also wrong. Then who will convert? Okay. Monica,
Yes, sir.
mute లో పెట్టము. Okay. Now, by using formulas or features, how to do this? These kind of you can go with Google also. No, we will explain this type of concepts. For example, how they will know how they will ask the Google how to convert the vertical data into horizontal data. Then it is showing a transpose. What is a transpose? It will convert this entire vertical data into horizontal data. You will get only that one. For example, say Control C. Anyway, come to here. Control Alt V. Transpose. It is showing that this one. This is wrong data set, right? Then how to prepare a correct format of data set? I want like this. This is the one data set. You can imagine this is the company and the quarter one sales, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. And finally, total. What is the total amount of the sales value? And then so in regular classes, we'll explain this one also. How to do this one. Again, this is around 1 hour or 1.5 hour assignment. For example, you are interested, I will explain one more assignment also. This is the real-time assignment. For example, you have 100 sheets of data. Okay. So then how to consolidate in 100 sheets of data 100 workbooks of data. How to consolidate in single Excel worksheet. Then how? In case you are fast means I will complete that assignment. That is real-time assignment. In case you don't know, in case you are solving the problems correctly means we'll push that assignment, no problem. Maybe. So next. Okay, this is the one. For example, you can see one more shortcut key is there for this. Not for this assignment, no normal. Okay. So for example, this is the one data set. I want to sum these 4 values. What is the shortcut key? Sir, anyway, if I select this one, at the down of the cell, it will showing sum, count, average. Then why are you sum those values? Again, we can use auto sum. Before that, we have one shortcut key. The beauty of Excel is alt equal sum. See, this is one type of AI only. Anyway, why you are not taking this last one company? Why you are taking this only? Or what are the values is there means? That is the anyway some okay no problem, but it will take entire range na. Then why are you not accepting that company? Some function no. This is the text value only, so that's why they are ignoring it. You can sum those values. Same thing, for example, in this data set 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If I want to sum this one, you can press simple alt equal to. No need to equal to sum or no need to equal to this value plus this value plus this value. Enter. Yes. Yes, same formula. For example, say, okay, no problem. Equal to sum. I will explain. I will write one more time. This time 90. Okay. For example, this time 90. You can see it here, the magic. Then why 150? Okay, no problem. If I remove this one, still 90. Then why? So in this case, the problem not problem with the function, the problem with the data. It's not taking the first step. It's directly range only, right? There is any mistake? No. That data should be wrong. But anything is wrong in this data? No. You are seeing that data 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So for example, okay, this is the small data set. You are working huge data set. Then how will identify what are the mistake in the data? So Excel means data only, right? We can work on the data. That is the data analytics. So for example, your client or your senior more than expert in Excel compared to you. You know, he will easily bounce. Simply. This is only small trick only here I'm using. In this case, so general what you are doing. For example, I want to know the one company sales, total sales. So how to do it? For example, you can imagine this is the sales value, right? This is the sales value. I want to know the what is the sales of that entire companies, all companies, no problem. General, how you will write equal to sum of. You can select this sales value. Control shift right arrow. Sorry, control shift down arrow. Close bracket enter. This is the entire sales of all companies, right? Yes, sir. Or you are working Amazon. So you want to know the what are the January month sales. So we can use this one only. We can apply the filters and we can go through this one. This is the sales value. For example, you don't know in this data set one mistake is there. I will explain that mistake also. So here one text is there. Text number is there. It will ignore the text number, some function by default. Then how to correct that one? First of all, you want to count that value also, right? So your manager asks, why are you count this number means or no, sorry. I cannot see that value, so that's why you can ignore the values. Will accept? No. So then that is your duty, right? Responsibility and work. So then, okay. So Excel is very easy when you know the rules and regulations and the limitations of the formulas. Is very easy. Without knowing the rules and the limitations of the function means no, it do not accept. Behaving like a villain, movie villain. Okay. First, you should know what are the rules and what are the limitation of the each function. In Excel, there is no infinity concept. First of all, everything should be limited on. And that too, what are the limitations? First thing you have to learn that limitation. Each function limitation. Okay. So simply no problem. For example, equal to sum. This is the one data set. It is showing this is the syntax anyway. Please remember. Anyway, class will be started. I will explain this one also. And number 1, number 2, number 3 is there. Like that, how many numbers we can enter? Infinity? Limit, right? So what are the limit? Okay, for example, I will explain that limitation of 255. For example, here how many ranges is there? In this case, for the sum function, how many ranges we are selecting? Around what is the data set? 700 data set, right? But what are the limitation of the sum function? 255. But in my data, 700. You are getting error. No? Then why are you getting answer? For example, I have 1 lakh data set. Then I want to sum those 1 lakh data set. It will accept means first thing it will accept. It will give the answer also. By what is the limitation of the sum function? 255. Then why it is getting the answer? Range. Each range means one argument only. That is entire range only. In the range it will accept. For example, if I want to enter 10 comma 20 comma 30 like this means it will not accept. It will accept only 250 arguments. This number one call it as a one argument. For example, see, this is the one argument, second argument, third argument, like that. Each function limitation. There is no infinity concept. So only we have one infinity concept. And that too, we are using Office 365. We have infinity concept. What does that mean? Sheets. Worksheets. For example, here how many sheets? Well, total 5. So when other than Office 365, even sheets also limitation 250. When are using Office 365, this is the only one thing to know limitation, infinity. Sheets we can insert infinity sheets, no problem. It will accept. Okay, this is the so next. Yes, for example, this is the for this I can apply some bold, underline, italic. So here we are using 3 shortcut keys, right? Control B, Control U, Control I. So for example, I want to apply same format for this data also, these 3 data. Then how to apply? Sir, simple sir, anyway, you know, Control B, Control U, Control I. అయిపోయింది కదా సో సింపుల్ కంట్రోల్ బి కంట్రోల్ కంట్రోల్ అయిపోయింది right? So for example, here I am applying one format, color also, and here some more color. So how to apply this color for this data set? Sir, simple sir, select and go to here, apply the color. Means no. For example, again, for this, I will apply borders also, some data, all borders. Again, here I will apply, for this data, I will apply same thing. Okay. Remaining data also, I want to apply same format. Same format only, I want to apply. Yes, very good. Format paint. For example, so again, if I apply this again borders and again some bold, italic, underline means that is some take some lengthy process. So that what I will do. First to select the what are the format you have. First select the data, that format. Go to the in the clipboard format painter is there. So you can see it here. First select this data. Up to now my cursor is only plus symbol. Right? So if I select the format painter brush symbol, come to the data, you can observe this my cursor. After the plus, we have some brush symbol. Simply hold it and drag it. We'll apply the data. Okay. And come to here. Next one. Yes, explain the cursor also. This is the when are using cursor 3 times. So for example, see, this is the one cursor. For example, this is the one more. And come to here last. This is the one symbol point. What is the meaning of these 3 cursors? No. Right. So for example, here what you have to copy? Simply plus only. Nothing is there. Then where are you getting this plus symbol? Select. Very good. Select only. For example, this plus symbol means select the data. So for example, it's white color plus. Select the data only. And come to here. The 4 arrows. What is the meaning of this one? Not a drag. Copy and cut. Sorry, cut and paste. For example, see it here, one data set. Okay, this is the data set. For example, I want to move this data set from one place to another place, and that not copy and cut and paste simply. How to do it? Simply select, holding the key, mouse click, and whatever the area you want, you can simply drag it. Okay. Means cut and paste the data simply. So otherwise, what is shortcut key? Control X, Control A. Before that, can cut and paste. And for example, drag a, but dragging option ఇది నువ్వు అన్నావు కదా dragging ఇది ఎలా వస్తుంది drag excel no that is a formula copy only. Dragging means for example see here 1 is there, 2 is there. I want to next value also. What is the next value? 3 4 5, right? So if I drag it down, you will get this one. That is the drag. So this is the move the data one place to another place, same range. Same data, but the area is your wish. But same data range also. Only it will freeze those 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. For example, you can drag that data range only. Okay. Once wherever you can leave it, it will freeze the data. Okay. Clear? For example, some cases, it will not showing this option. Fill dragler option. For example, see, in this case, if I drag it down, it will go to the 60, 78. Otherwise, you can write one formula here. I want to copy the formula. How to copy? Simply, we can drag it down. For example, see, the beauty of Excel is here, 1 is there, 2 is there. I want to drag this one. There is no need to drag this option. We can double click on the data. It will drag that option. When it will use the double click, we have left side, we have some data is there. Then only it will work the data. I mean, this double click. You don't have any data from the left side. It will not work. For example, see, 1, 2. Select and double click. It will not use the data. You have left side data is there. Then only it will work. Okay. Now simply select, double click. Okay. This is in case at least you have some data at the left side, not only serial number A, B, C, D. Okay. So this is the data. So for example, some cases this symbol it will not visible. Then what will do? Again uninstall the Excel and again reinstall. Means options. So where it is means go to file tab. Go to option. So go to these are all the each database options. Now go to advanced. Now somewhere we can identify enable fill handler and cell drag and drop option. Tick and click on OK. This is deactivate the fill handler. Now for example, you can see here 1, 2. Press select. If I move the cursor to the point, it will not highlight some black color. But still it is the selection option only. Okay. For example, if I select drag it also, it will select on. Some cases when you are installing new in your system, it will happen same. Now we can do simply go to file, options and advanced. So active this option. Okay, click on OK. Now this time it will work. Okay, understood? So for my side, this is my demo. So if you have interested, please join. So regular classes, please contact in the desk. She will explain. Okay. Want class time is 9:30 to 10:30, right? So Monica,
Sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that demo. Okay,
Okay, sir.
for
Thank you,
attending
sir.
that demo. Yeah, welcome. And take care. Bye. All of you.